Okay. In the last class, we've seen the different types of joints. Now we know. Now we are pretty much clear on understanding the calculation view. Saying we have graphical and we have two types: graphical and scripting based. In graphical, we have different operators, like say join for joining the table, joining the two data source objects. Union, when you want to perform the union, and projection is for projecting some columns and then applying filters. Aggregation, when you want to perform the aggregation and group by, and then you can also use aggregation for filtering also. Then rank for ranking. Okay, let's start using them. So let's take this scenario of sales. Okay, so if you look at the modeling part, assume I've got some ABC company, and I've got a schema called HANA underscore demo, which has got data for customers and then products. We're just dealing with these three things. Products, I've got products table, I've got customers table, and I've got sales data. So by using this products, customers, and sales, I would like to create a modeling or HANA views, which can where users can basically analyze the sales overview, complete analysis on the sales overview. For example, this was a schema. I assume that you already gone through the video on HANA demo. So these are the tables. Like say, I'm just going roughly. I have these tables, address table, which basically gives me the address details. Based on the address ID, I get to see the city, state, country, region, and I've got business partner table, which will have partner ID, and the partner role tells you whether it is a customer or a supplier. And then for partner ID, you get to see address ID. Based on this address ID, I can find out the region, country, and all those stuff. And here I get to see the name of the company and legal form of the company, whether it is limited or private limited, public limited. And then we have products table, which basically gives the information about the products, product ID, and then we have unique product ID, and then product type, category, and then we have something called name ID, description ID. And this name and description ID, based on this name ID and description ID, if I go to text table, this basically gives me, based on the name ID, I can know what is the name of it, or based on the description ID, I can know the text, what is the description of the product from here. And then I have a sales header table, which gives me for each order on what date it was created, and then I will focus on date of creation, on what date this order was created. And then I have something called the partner ID, which who is a partner who's involved in this order. That is header level data. And then majorly I've got something called life cycle status, billing status, and delivery status. And this delivery status tells you D or I or P or C. I can get to know what is all this from the constants table. Basically, constants table will give me information about multiple languages. If I go here, mine is SO, right? SOL D underscore SO underscore LC will give you information about life cycle status. All these are in English, NPC and X. Same way we have order status, D underscore SO underscore OR, and ATP. This will be ATP, and this is your CF, building status. Okay, and this is your order delivery status first. This is your total life cycle status is LC. For delivery status, we have OR, and then we have IAN is nothing but your billing state. billing status, IP and all the stuff, N and all this. That is your billing status first. That is not billing status. CF is billing status actually. Okay. So there are different domains which gives me different descriptions in multiple languages here. And then I've got sales item data, which actually gives me the actual facts, actual measures. For each sales order ID, I can have multiple line items. If you look at this, all these are multiple line items of the same order. I see this gross amount. Gross amount is without tax, and the net amount deducted with tax, and I've got tax amount. And this tells me to which product this transaction belongs to. That's enough. And this here is a quantity sold, quantity ordered, and this is the quantity unit, and this is the currency in which this gross amount was involved in. Okay. For all these amounts, this is a currency, and for this quantity, this is the quantity unit, is the measure. Okay. So now I would like to model these tables and deliver the sales overview reporting first. I would like to deliver the view for reporting on sales overview, where you can analyze the sales figures based on the country, region, or product type, or product name, product category, all this stuff. Okay, or based on the billing status, delivery status, life cycle status, you can analyze the sales figures. Okay, analyze all these subjects based on the sales figures. Okay, good. Content. I'm going to use this models package to create my models. Okay, so I'm going to modelize the scenario. Instead of creating one single view with all these options, all the data of business partner, product, all the stuff, I'm going to modularize my views. I'm going to create multiple views, modularize the logic so that I can reuse those views if required later. First, I'm focusing on uh, calculation view for address ID. Consider it was. I'm just creating one calculation which can give me address. Okay. ZCV, it's a dimension address. So data category is going to be a dimension. So finish. So I'm going to, by default I have projection. I can just use this projection and say HANA underscore. But for some, later if I have some requirements, I can use because let me tell you one point. Address. In the projection, what is the purpose of projection? It's just projecting the columns what is required by the business, or I can also apply filter. Okay. But we cannot apply filter in the default projection node. For example, if you go to the default projection node, if I want to apply filter, I cannot apply filter. We cannot apply filter in the default projection node. So that's where I use another projection node. So later, if I have requirement of applying filter, I can do that. I get to address. From the address, I just want to project address ID, city, country, and region. That's fine. I don't want anything else. And I don't want to apply any filter also. If required, I just can apply filter for specific region also. But in the default output node, you cannot apply filter. See, you don't have the option of apply filter. So I just want to project all these 4 columns. Then get in and then activate. This is the check this view. Then activate. This is the view for view which gives me details for address. I can see this. This is just doing the projection. Address, city, country, and then region. Then I want next view, which gives me information about business partner. Okay, that's about my customer. Say ZCV D, and I would say customer. And again, it's going to be a dimension. I always have the projection so that if later if I want I can apply filters. Okay. So I'll take the business partner table. From the business partner, I get to see I want partner ID, partner role, and then address ID, company name. That's enough. I don't need anything else. But if you look at this partner role is specifying me either as one or two or zero, right? But I want to get the names from what is this one and what is this two, which is available in my uh,
Constants.
constants table. Okay. So I'm going to bring in one more projection where I'll bring in my contents table. Okay. And I'll filter the content explicitly for my only my required domain because otherwise it does bring in a lot of records. Domain for BP role, only the BP records of BP role is only selected. Then I'll have to join these two data sets to get the partner role. I join both of them. I join both of them based on the partner role to the fixed value. I get partner ID, address ID, company name, and then I want the description. So where I can rename this description as partner role. Okay, I can make it caps also. Partner role. Okay, then then what I want is I from this I get to see the partner ID along with company name, address ID along with the partner role. Now I would like to join to the address and then bring in my state country information also. So I'll bring in one more join. I'll bring these results of this join into this, and I can use the calculation which is already created. I already created a calculation view for address. Bring that into this join. Now I'm using a calculation view to another calculation view. Here, see, sorry, in this join I need to say it's a text join, right? So I'll say text join. Language column is language because I'm bringing the description from multiple languages, so I need to use text join. Now here this is not text join. I've got partner information. I've got address ID information. Even if the partner does not have address ID, I don't want to miss that record. So what I'll do? Say create join. So this is partner information. This is address. So partner is on the left hand side. So I join it on the address. Even if the partner does not have address, I don't want to miss that partner information. So I'll go with left outer join. So from this partner, company name, partner role, from this I just say city, country, and then region. That's fine. And then I just take it to the output projection. And then I just project all this, select all the columns, and then say add to output as a matrix. Fine, active. Then say fine. Auto layout. So I take the projection of the partner table and I take the projection of the constants table. I then join a text join to get the description of the partner role. Then I take the results of this join and then join to the address table, get the partner along with the address. And this is my partner's data. Then activate. So if I get to see the view, I get to see partner ID, company name, role of the partner. Why it is good? I think it is in German language. That's fine. It's German. So I get to see partner ID, company name, and the customer or supplier. And this is city of the partner, country, and then region ID. So this is my partner ID database. Next, I would like to create one more calculation for products now. So new, I will say calculation view, ZCV dimension products. I will say dimension. Okay. So I take the projection of the products table. Okay. I've got product ID, type code, category. I want name ID, description ID. That's fine. I don't need anything else. Okay. I have this information. But if you look at this name ID and for product, I've got lots of things to be joined. I have this type code, but I don't know what is PR or what is AD. So again, that gives me from the domain contents table that will tell me about the naming of this. Okay, I need to join to that. Same way, I've got name ID and description ID to get the product name and description ID. I need to join to the text tables. Let me join. So what I'll do straight away, I can. Okay, I need to have a projection because I need to apply filter for my domain. So I take the constants. For the constants, I'll apply this filter only for product type. Product type. What is this? Is D underscore PR underscore product type. You can see the data from the table here. Product type, PR, AD and PR. AD indicates advertisement. PR indicates product. So that gets me okay in multiple languages. So select all these columns. Then go with the join. Then join these products and this the constants table with the product type. Join the type code to this fiction value. Product type, category, name, description, and then I take the description. This join will be whatever. This will be a text join because I'm using the join to get the description. So language is a language column. This description I'll name it as product type. Product type done. Next I've got name ID and description ID which I need to join to the uh, text table to get this because I have a table called text table which is actually giving me the name based on the ID. If I know the name ID, it gives me actually it's supposed to be in multiple languages. Okay, so based on the name ID, I take the language column. Okay, and then I take the description, which is text here. So again, what I'll do, I don't need any filtering. I can just straight away use join. Take the results of this join. So this join node has got object one, and the next object will be a text table directly. I can do this way. I have text here, product here. So I'm going to join the name ID to the text ID to get the name. That's going to be a language. It is multiple language, so it's going to be text join. And what is the language column? Language is my language column. That's it. And then select product ID, category, description ID, product type, and then this text. This text is nothing but going to be product name now. Same way again to get the product description again I need to join to the text table again. Again I have say one more join. Take this join results to this. Then I need to take the other same table again. Text. This table itself gives me product name and product description also. Now join the description ID to this text table now. Text ID. Again that's going to be a text join and it's going to be a language column is this. Product ID, category, product type, product name, and then text. This text is going to be product description. That's it. And then take the result to the ultimate projection. So these are the columns. Activate. Okay, this is going to be my view. Look at the preview of it. Product ID and get the category, whether it's I get the category and I get the product type, whether it is advertisement or product. Then I get the product name and I get the product description. Okay, done. Sometimes I have this bug. When it is accurate, it does not recognize it sometimes. Okay, I've got this view for customer and products. Next, I would like to create one more view for sales in header level information. Okay, say a new calculation view, ZCV, dimension, sales header. I'll say dimension. So I take the projection of the sales header table, and sales header table gives me sales order ID, partner ID. I'm interested in only when this sales order was created. Created at is my created date. I'll say created on. I can rename this column as created on. Created on. Okay, and then I want this life cycle status, billing status. This measures I'm going to take it from the item level table, not from the header, because aggregation of item level is what we have in that. So life cycle status, billing status, delivery status. Okay, good. Now if I go to the preview, all these columns is fine, but if you look at delivery status, I've got the codes X, N, P, I, P, all this. So I need to get the naming of the from the constants table. Okay. So I need to do a text join again. So I'll say join, take this out, and then bring this constants table into the join. Now perform this constant table based on live. No, I can't do this. I need to apply field. Take a projection because in the constants there are a lot of domains, so I need to apply filter. So take this constants table, apply filter for domain for billing status. I'll go with apply filter for billing status. It will be D underscore SO underscore CF is a billing status. Okay, that is a domain for billing status. Then take this. Now I'll join the billing status towards this fixed value, and then I'll say this is the text join, and the language column is language. Sales order ID partner created on life cycle status delivery billing. I'll take this name billing status. I want to get the actual billing status name. Okay, name of the billing status. Same way again, I take another projection because I need to get the life cycle status note this time. Same constant table is giving me that, but it's a different domain. In the real time, these all could be different tables. Okay, each domain is each description of domain is different tables. Life cycle status D underscore S1 underscore LC will give you life cycle status. Then take a join. Take this join results to this, and then this projection to this. This I'm going to join my life cycle status towards this fixed value. Sales order ID partner created on delivery status, billing status, and this becomes your life cycle status. LCLC status. Then I need to have one more description to get me delivery status here for me. So again, I take the projection and apply the filter. Take the constants table and apply the filter for the domain for delivery status is OR is my delivery status. Select all this. Then let's perform a join. Take a join. Take this join output and this projection and join the delivery status node. Sorry, not this. I need to start the delivery status to this picture value. Billing status, LC is already fine. This will be your delivery status. If you wanted the key and description both, you would select both. Otherwise, I don't need all this. Then I'll ultimately the output join. I'll join to the default projection mode. So this might be I take the sales header and then the conference table, get the billing status, then take the conference table, then get the performance join to get the life cycle status, then get the conference table, join the sales to get the life cycle status. So all these are going to be, so this is not declared as text. I need to text join and then this will be a language. Activate this view. So for I'm going to get the information about each sales order. For every sales order, who is a partner and what date it was created, and then I've got billing status, life cycle status, and then delivery status. So this is the information about each of this sales information, sales center information. Okay, for each sales order. Then then I also have a table with time data. Here they've given a there is a custom table which is giving me time data for me. This will have information about each day. For each day, like date SQL is giving the date SQL, which tells me year, quarter, month, week. I would like to have the analysis on. I would like to analyze my time factor data also. At least this year, quarter, month, and week. Okay, or at least year, quarter, month. Okay. So I'm going to join this SQL date. I'm going to create another calculation for time. But this time I'm not going with standard time. I'm just creating my own. I'm using my own custom table. So I'm going with normal. If you're using the standard table time, then I'll go with this, time dimension, time type subtype. But I'm using my custom table, so just a dimension. Projection of this time table. From this, I just want date SQL, year, quarter, month. That's enough. I think I'm okay. There's something cal quarter, cal month also. That's fine. Once you know how to use one, activate. This is just going to give me uh, date, the year, quarter, and month. Okay, good. Once we have all these dimensions of customer, product, and time, I can start creating my the main view, which is going to give me the facts data. Now, once you're going to bring in the facts data, we can also create one fact view and then use it. Okay, say new, reuse that also. Jet CV fact, also sales item. This since it is fact, I'll use Q. Just get the projection of the item data, sales item data here. For the sales item, I want sales order ID, item ID, product ID, then gross amount, net amount, tax amount, and then currency. Then I want quantity and quantity unit. That's it. Since it is Q, we'll have aggregation nodes. You got to specify all the measures, tax amount, and then quantity. All these as aggregated columns. All the four as aggregated columns with some as a function. And all other columns which are non-aggregate columns add as output. This is a non-aggregate column, add as output. This is a non-aggregate column, add as output. Say auto assign. So these all are measures, cross-sum, tax-sum measures with aggregation function sum, and these are your dimensions. Just active. This is my sales item facts. Okay. Now I'll have to combine all these views and create my single view which gives me sales overview. Now when I want to combine all this, I have two options. I can either use with star join or without eliminate star join also. Without star join also I can create. So I'll create two things, one with star join and one without star join. It's a new calculation view. ZCV sales overview. I'll say this is like cube, okay? Just it's not just facts cube. Without star. The sales overview cube without star join. It's just cube, okay? Now let me keep joining all of them. First I take a join where I join the sales item with the header first, okay? Good. I'm going to say I join the sales order and item based on the sales order ID. So what kind of join can I use here? Because they satisfy 100% reference.
Inner join.
Can I use referential join?
Inner join.
Referential join.
Yeah.
So just select all these columns from this. And all this, I don't need sales order ID, so it will be double. Except sales order, I select from this. The next take the join results of this and then get another join. Now I would like to join with the customer or anything. I'm bringing customer, another calculation. I'm using calculation with another calculation, products here. Now I have the sales and I have this product ID. Even though I don't have corresponding product information, I don't want to use the sales data. So what kind of join will I use? Whether I
Left outer.
have the product information or not, I should not miss the sales
Outer
data.
join.
Left outer.
Left outer.
Because this is on the left. So product ID to product ID. I'll go to left outer. I'll go to left outer join. Cross sum, then select all the columns. Then from here I get added product type and all name. One more join. Next, bring in the partner details. Plus bus mute. This is about partner. Bring the customer dimension into this. Then I'll join the, again same way. I don't want to miss the transactions if there is no partner information. So what type of join will I use? Left hand side is my transaction
Outer.
partner. I'll say left out. So select all the columns from this and company name and then till region from here. The next I want to get the time factor data also. So I'll have one more join. Take this join to this join. I get the time factor data, time dimension to get the time factor data information. Analysis on the timeline. So I've got created date. I got created on by using this, which is date in SQL format. I can use this to connect to that. So I'll definitely have the time data. I can use inner join, but still, if I don't have it, also I don't want to miss that. So I use left outer join. I'll all my columns from here, then year, quarter, and month from here. So I got all my data, then connect this join to this aggregation node. So now in the aggregation, you got to specify all your measures. All these four are measures. I'll say add as aggregated columns, and rest all non-measures, right? So I can just say select them and add as non-aggregated columns. So you'll see these 4 measures with aggregation function as sum, auto assign for other dimensions. All other are assigned as dimensions, attributes, then say activate. So if I try to see the view, so this is going to give me all the information like sales order ID, item, what is the product, what is the currency in which the transaction was performed, what is the quantity of the unit, partner ID, then you get created billing status, delivery, LC life cycle status, delivery status, category, product type, product name, product description, company name, role of the partner, city, country, region, year, quarter, month, gross amount, data, what action. So do I have all the columns for analysis now? So this view, I'll enable it for reporting by default, because the data category is cube, right? So now I'll expose this view, ZCV underscore SOW, C underscore WO underscore star for reporting this. Now I want to show you
So one question, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you expose this view for reporting, right, either through UDT or IDT, earlier, if we expose the cube from BW,
Sorry, I don't need IDT. I don't need IDT. Straight away, your WebB
okay.
or Design Studio or Lumber, they can connect to this view directly.
Okay. So earlier, even with the BEX query on the Webby, right, you used to get the attributes that you can pull in. So if you pull the keys in here on the schema, do we still see the details of the dimension or no?
No.
Okay.
In the WebB, you will get to see. Design Studio don't get to see.
Okay. So say, for example, you have the product, right? Within product, the master data table has product name, description.
No, here, only if I maintain, you will get like that. Here, if in the view,
okay, you have to project those columns?
Yeah, exactly. In the semantics,
okay,
there is something called label column. For example, for partner ID, I want to name some column as label, which is like partner name, say product name, partner name and the company name.
Okay.
If I put my company name as my label column, so this will be the key, this will be the text. Now we'll get 2 columns in PO reporting, otherwise no. Okay.
Okay. All right. One more question, which is maybe separate from this one. So I have a BODS, and then I'm trying to pull the data. So with EHP7, we used to have restrictions to pull objects or columns from structure. So are there any limitations in here?
If you're pulling data from ECC to HANA through BODS, that is what I understand.
Yes.
How can structure does not have any data, right?
Yes, it doesn't.
So we cannot pull from the structure. You should have the extractor, ODP object, or it should be a table or IDOC. Only then you can extract from them.
The concept is still the same. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, boss. This is without stars, right? So next I would simulate the same.
Pradap, one question.
Yeah.
On this time dimension view, where is the equation between the date and the time dimensions, the quarter, year, month?
If you see this,
I saw the join, but
see the join. This join node is giving me data of created date, created on, which says this is the created on date. Okay, which is in SQL format. So in the time dimension table, I have got a SQL format date, which I'm joining, which will give me the corresponding year, quarter, and month. But in my data, sample data, almost every transaction is Jan 1st, 2012 only. Okay.
so here the date SQL is automatically assigned to the calendar year, quarter, and month.
That was already maintained in
because
the
it's
table.
equal.
Based on the SQL date, year, quarter, month was already created in
Hmm.
this column, in this table.
Oh, it's a table. Okay.
It's a table.
Okay.
I have not did manual.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
If you don't have that, you might have to use the function and create those columns. Year of date, month of date, quarter of date. Okay.
Hmm.
We'll see. First, let's go with basic, then we'll modify these views. Then I want to show you.
Pratap,
Yeah.
Vijay here.
Yeah, Vijay.
Before we go there, so in products or customers, I don't remember exactly which calculation view
One
it
more,
is.
one more, one more
So
example I'll show. Then you ask all the doubts for today. One more example with the
fine.
star join I'll show. Then I'll open for doubts. Okay.
Yeah, Pratap. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. New calculation view. Same sales for reporting cube. I'm going with star join. Okay. ZCB SOW cube with the star. So I'm going to enable the checkbox saying with star join. Um, First, I'm going to have a join which will join my uh, header and item. I'll say I'll join it. I'll say join header. This is item. Swap. I'll go with reference to join on the sales order ID. Done. Select all the colors from here. This will be the fact table. Formulate your fact table. To have the dimension used. Okay. It's already used. You can, don't worry. Then I'll connect this. I assume this. I'll rename this as like fact table. Fact table. The star join. Now I've got the fact table at the center. Now I need to surround this by the dimensions. I've got one dimension as customer, is one dimension, product is one dimension for me, and then time is one dimension. So all the dimensions are going to be other calculation views. Okay? Now start joining them. I'll say join the product ID to product ID. I'm going with referential join. If it is select from this table, let him show only this, or I can go with left order join or whatever it is. Okay, and then created on to created on date, and then partner ID to partner ID. So this is my star scheme of this. Okay. Now I'll go to the semantics. No, sir. I've not selected things from the fact table. Select things from the fact table. Now here, what I said, all these four are your measures. So these are the columns from the fact table. And these are, and when you say shared, these are from the dimensions. Shared are nothing but the columns from the dimensions here. Okay. And active. But I'm getting two product IDs, two partner IDs here. Partner ID 1, partner ID 2. Okay, the fact. So these are the columns from the fact. These are the calculation views, which is actually bringing them. Okay, I don't have to worry. They're not. I can hide them not required. I can hide those columns which is not required. For example, from this, I just don't want this partner ID hidden. I don't want product ID from here. This is product one. Then date SQL also not to be shown because it's already coming from the fact. But I'll make sure I'll name this as not product underscore one, product ID. It's already there, it says. Okay, fine. I can hide some columns which I don't need. Set display. Okay, and I get to see these columns. Okay. So in the view properties, I'll enable this option so that it does work out with the referential join. And even in the next previous view, I was using reference joins here. So I should make sure I enable this property vertically compatible to both. So this is now either of this will give me the analysis. For example, I go without star join, data preview. So I say company name wise, I want to see gross amount. So name wise, I can see gross amount. I can get to see table wise, grid wise, or HTML code from this without star or with star. I get in open data preview. I can say what is company name wise. I want to get gross amount. It is a table, grid, and HTML. Okay, now we have these views ready. Since this view data category is Q, I can do reporting on these views. Okay, now throw all your doubts whatever you have. This is how we do modeling with calculation views.
Um,
Yeah.
so, Pratap, there is a source field in the semantic layer,
There is
right? So, source field, source column in the semantics layer of this last calculation view.
in the semantics. Okay, this one.
Yeah, so there is an option called lineage. What is that like? Now, is this same as the source, or
Where is it?
do so in semantics layer? There is an option called lineage, right?
So
That
similar
would
to data
show
steward,
the source.
similar
It
to
will
data
identify
steward,
the
what?
source.
Yeah. So the question is similar to the data steward. If you have any reporting question or issues, how can you lineage what? So if a customer throws a issue with one of the column, right? He says the data is wrong. How can a developer does a lineage of the data to see where the column is actually coming from? So that's what the question is, I think.
That's what you're asking.
Right. So there is yeah. So it's So there is a source column in this in the columns here on the
So
right side
because
somewhere. I saw
this is with star
source
join.
column,
See,
right? So
this is a view with
there you
star
go.
join. You have the source fields. Okay.
Mhm.
And you understand these are coming from the
Okay.
dimensions, and the rest all columns at the top are coming from the fact table. But if you look at this view without star join, you don't have the source. You will not have anything like source here.
So how do we?
Hmm.
Yeah, how do we
It's only
identify
you have
where
to
the data
debug.
source
It's
is?
it's
And
only debug. Look, if you go down, there is something called debug this view. Okay, and this is the ultimate query which is reading all the columns from which is big scheme. Say let's you throw me something from where let's say you want to know city. Okay, where city is coming from. Okay, you remove all this
how did you get to this SQL code?
here. Drop down this, switch to performance analysis, and say debug this view. Okay.
The perspective is different, or
No.
oh,
Same.
here. Okay,
No,
I
same.
can see. Yeah, I couldn't see the options that you pick from where this, maybe my screen is low, or I don't know what's happening here. Did you arrive here? I can see that the drill
You
down.
can see how you're getting, how I've got this. You missed it.
No, yeah, I couldn't see that. Mhm.
I'll close the view. I'll double click and open. Now you're able to see something. I've opened the view now. Okay.
I'm able to see the view.
Okay.
Now it's blanked out.
Now,
Now I'm seeing on the left side and progress information, the status bar. So
progress. Now, do you see
yeah,
this
now I see the
view?
right.
Okay. Okay. Now, on the top corner, on the top right, the second icon.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
I have option debug this view.
Okay.
Then it opens the complete query. Okay. Say you want to understand about the city. Just say city and then get out. Remove all other columns except city. And then try to run this. So now you'll have a design time view. This is the runtime view. Okay. Now go to each node. So from this node, go to the bottom node completely. If you go to the bottom node, this is actually instantiation process. See, in the bottom node, it is not having anything city here, but it's just reading the partner ID so that it can join with the partner ID and get the city for me. So in the first level node, I'm only getting the partner, no city here. And if I go to next node, here I'm joining, in this join, I'm just getting no city still. In the next node, here the city comes up. You'll see the output. Here the city comes up. So at this join 3 node, the city is being formulated. Okay. And that's how you can know where the city is being formulated. Okay. Any doubt? Okay. This is what you wanted to know, right?
But yeah, but there is an option called a lineage in the semantics layer. I can't remember where that is in one of the tabs. Maybe I'll take this offline.
Oh,
There is an option that once you highlight that field, it shows which of the join or which of the node that's populating from. I've seen that, but I don't know which version has that capability. HANA 2 has it.
no, that doesn't.
This is 2, right?
Sometimes it does not depend on the HANA server. It depends also on HANA Studio version also.
Hmm.
What I'm seeing
This
is
is
the
which version?
latest HANA Studio.
You are using Eclipse, is it? Eclipse.
No, I'm using HANA Studio. Version 2, version
Mhm.
2, okay. 3.38, this is the version. This is the latest actually. Latest HANA Studio. This is the latest version of HANA Studio.
Brother Vijay here.
Yeah, now tell me other. Yeah.
Actually, if you could open the products or where you have used the same text table two
Hmm.
times or three times.
Hmm.
So basically, we can leverage one table and then join at multiple joins, right?
How will you do that?
Same table in a projection and use that projection to multiple joins, right?
Means you're
But in
saying,
this case, I understand you are filtering the data.
no,
You're filtering the data.
if I don't filter also, assume that I don't filter, how can I join type code and category both to fixed value like this? You're saying like this, right?
No.
Okay.
Basically, the nodes,
Which nodes?
mapping the nodes. Uh, so if I use one text table in the projection 2
Hmm.
and I want to use the same table in join 3,
Okay. But my
so I
filter
want
contains.
to, yeah, understood. You have applied filter. We have a condition there. We are
Oh,
filtering.
you're saying this
But
way.
if we don't have, yes.
This what you're
Can
saying.
we do that?
You can do, right?
Yeah.
What is it? You can do. But only thing is, since I have filter, I cannot use it in this case.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Same table using multiple times in the
Yeah, yeah.
in the view.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Yeah, yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Pradap, one
Sir,
question.
one question.
Yeah, yeah, please. Someone. Yeah.
So sorry, one question.
Hmm.
So in your scenario, we have SAP as one of the ERP, and we have another ERP like Navision or some other non-SAP system.
Microsoft Dynamics.
So
Hmm.
yeah, anything. It could be anything.
Hmm.
So does this HANA support the non-SAP systems too, so that we can create one view of sales order, which is header, say for example, that's pointing to SAP sales order header and like Dynamics
Hmm.
SAP sales order
Yeah.
header.
See, once you once you get the data from different application into HANA, I don't mind whether it is the data is from SAP or non-SAP. Once I have the data coming into these tables in HANA, I don't mind whether the data is how this table is getting filled. I don't worry whether this table is getting filled from the ECC or whether the table is getting filled from Microsoft Dynamics or PeopleSoft. I don't mind. Once I have the data stored in a table, I can start using that into my modeling. Now, as per your
So
requirement,
how
as per your
yeah,
requirement,
how do you fill that table also? Sorry.
that is where we deal with the concept called data provisioning. After modeling, we get into that.
Okay. All right.
We deal with some concept called data provisioning. You will see something called smart data access, smart data quality through BODS. We have multiple options through which you can fill those tables. So you should get the doubt how these tables are getting data. Then we get into the topic data provisioning. Okay. So I'm going to deal with
Okay.
the
Thank you.
topic after this modeling. Okay. Yeah. Next. Yeah.
So the last view that you showed just now, right? The star view, star join calculation.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you let's talk with the reference to V tables, VBAC, VBAP,
Okay.
and
Okay.
VBRP, all this.
Okay.
Could you just give a highlight of how you model this versus these tables? Suppose the requirement is all the tables are there. I'm building an extractor, VW extractor, like combination of extractors into this,
Mm-hmm.
combining the V tables for sales, billing, and delivery.
Mm-hmm.
What is the logic behind this? If you can just highlight the same built based on those tables at high level, like would
So
help, I think.
if I understand,
Uh,
you're asking me about based on the ERP tables, what are the tables you use and how you use those tables for bringing the reporting on snapshot on sales. That's what you're asking me?
Right, right. So there
Okay.
are actual
Yeah.
requirements.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's not for sales,
Yeah.
but for other areas like WBS, CCNA, and
Okay.
all that. Like,
So, for
the
example,
extractor itself is
in the sales,
malfunctioning.
yeah,
So,
sales
uh-huh.
flow, you'll have sales orders, yeah, you'll have delivery, you'll have billing, yeah. So, sales relevant tables, you'll have VBAC and VBAP, VBUK, VBUP, right? For delivery, you'll have LIKP, LIPS. For billing, we have VBRK and VBRP, and you'll have master tables to be used. You'll have K11, you'll have Mara,
Mara,
Mar,
Marcy.
Mar. Then you'll have T001, our company code. There will be a lot of tables you'll have to leverage. But you'll have a table for sales org, TVAK. Like I don't remember the exact names, but still there are lots of tables for sales org, distribution channel, division. There are a lot of text tables which we'll have to use, and then model all the sales. Okay, complete sales overview. Yeah? And
Right, right. So
reduce
my
the header.
question.
This gives the header, and then this gives header level status. This gives item level data, and this gives item level status. And what I do is,
So which would be my hmm.
yeah, I would go with separate views for VBAC, VBAK, VBUK, VBUP, LIKP, LIPS, VBRK, VBRP separately. I modularize them, and my dimension tables, allowed my dimension tables for all this. Then I start joining the sales header and item and the statuses, create a fact for sales, and then create one fact for delivery, and join this billing header and item, create one fact for billing. Then in the billing, you'll have the reference document for delivery, and then the delivery, you'll have a reference document to sales orders. Okay. So based on the, basically, I'll always prefer the item level, because when item level is aggregated, I get the header level data always. Okay. So from the billing item level, I connect to delivery item, the reference document. From delivery, I can have a reference document to bill sales order header and item. So I link up all this, I join them based on that, and that gives me exact fact which combines the sales, delivery, and billing, and connect that to the dimensions. Okay, that's how I'll go with. Okay, but see,
Sure,
only
Pratap.
point is
And
you should
how
always think about modularizing is important, huh? And you categorize the dimensions and transaction data, and then combine them as a queue. That's all. You should all logic should be modularizing, categorizing the master data views, nothing but dimension type of views, and the fact type of views, and combine the fact and dimensions with the cube like view. That should be your thought process in the backend in create modeling those views.
and my like the fact um, table that you have, which should that comprises of? Like,
My
should this be all the amount or?
all this, right? Because from delivery you're going to get the open delivery value or delivered quantities. From billing you're going to get the invoiced amount or tax amounts. And for sales, from the sales order table, you go to get the order value. From there only you can come out with what is my open order value or open delivery value, right? So I have measures coming from
So
sales. I've got measures coming from delivery. I've got measures coming from billing. So all this will be joined to formulate my. These all will be individual fact views, and all these have to be joined to formulate my main fact view, and this will be joined to my dimensions. Yeah.
okay, okay, yeah. So the fact view can be a data source for the final view, right?
Exactly.
Source
Exactly.
sales and deliverable
Yeah,
and
you
each of
can
them.
see. You will create a
Okay.
fact view for VBAP. You will create a fact view for LIPS. We will create a fact view for VBRP. You join all of them and then bring out one view of fact which tells me for a particular customer or for a particular product what is my total order value, what is my total deliverable value, what is my total billing invoice value. And then you can create some calculation saying order value minus delivery value is my open delivery quantity, or order value minus what is my position of sales, what is my order value, what is my delivered quantity, what is my open order value, and what is my billing, depending on the logic. And then connect that fact to the dimensions. That's it.
Hmm. Yeah, thanks, Pratap. And one more question here: the partner function. How do we address that the discrepancy of partner function?
That's why.
Regular extractors have a lot of logic put in
Mm,
there.
mm, mm.
There are many lookups there for the partner function
Exactly. See,
into different tables.
it's all about the type. That is what, if you look at this, the logic is similar to your partner role. I have customer table, I have customer view, which has got something called partner role. So this is a partner firm, and based on the role, I understand whether he's going to play as a customer or he's going to play as a supplier. So when you want to, so you create one view as business partner, and then try to filter based on the partner function, whether you want to have suppliers or employees or customer, what you want, and then create a sub view and another view on top of it. and then use it. Create one view for business partner, and then take the, let's say now we want to have only customers for the sales. Then take the business partner view, filter on the partner function type, say ZD or let's say ZD is for my customer. Filter ZD and only get the customers and then work it out for the sales like that. You have to apply the filter on the partner role, partner type. Yeah. Because with the new ECC, you'll have single table which stores all the partners. The partner master data is different slightly now. So by using the partner function tables, you link up those tables and get whether it is suppliers or customers or employees what you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's same like
Can
partner
we
role.
can we use a table function for these partner functions?
Either way, see, why will I go for table function? If I'm not able to implement graphical modeling, I would go with table function. Because table function gives me flexibility of giving, implementing scripting. Right? Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And one more question on the same topic. Is there a way to mimic the delta mechanism into this HANA while building this mimic extractor model into HANA?
So that concept comes into data provisioning. What I was asking, while bringing data from an Excel application into HANA, do we have delta mechanism? Yes, we have delta mechanism. Yes.
That's correct, but the requirement, we have the BW models up and running. When we make this as a HANA model, we have to have a validation system in place. So
There's some confusion.
basically the end
What is the
system.
scenario you're talking about? What is the scenario you're talking about? You're saying BW, you're saying extractor, you're saying HANA model. So there is confusion around those words. What is that?
Let me give you some background on this.
Yeah.
Okay, so the client has BW existing models up and running and that has sales,
what is the landscape?
finance.
Now, what is the landscape is got? Tell me. BW is what?
Okay, so BW is there,
Okay.
and
Is it
HANA
running on HANA?
yeah, they are moving to HANA, but not everything. They still want to keep BW, and the models we built will be an hybrid model.
Okay, so now you have BW system existing and you have HANA separately. Is my BW running on HANA or no?
BW is on HANA, yes. BW is also on HANA.
And they have
However,
HANA also.
they have enterprise HANA. Yes,
Okay.
SAP is HANA is there,
Okay.
but not everything. Like there are key items that is completely a pure built, new, fresh built from ECC into HANA, and the both BW and HANA are being used in other data stage boxes are being used, and the final the warehouse, enterprise warehouse model is extracting these data as files. Okay, so anything that is going through, the end system doesn't want to change their existing extraction model. With that said, the BW, whatever the current situation is, BW is giving and the output via open hub to the end system. So now they don't want to, the structure should remain the same, and the data, they don't want to redo the validation. So it's us who would be taking responsibility to match the extractor build, whichever we are touching, and then make sure the data we're sending is same.
I understand. See, now I understand this way. You're able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
So you have a BW system running on top of HANA. Okay. You have enterprise HANA. and from the ECC, you're extracting data into BW, and in the BW, I have the models already. I have my cubes and DSOs, all the stuff is available already. Now they want to selectively they want to push certain models logics into HANA, enterprise HANA. That is what your requirement is, right? So
Yeah. So.
what you're doing is,
Mhm.
yeah, what you're doing is you're basically using open up info scopes, exporting data from these cubes into flat file, and from this file you're importing that into HANA. Is it that you into enterprise
No,
HANA?
no,
Ah,
no.
hmm.
We are using the DSO tables, ADSO tables.
Okay.
We don't actually really want to anything to do with BW data sources. We are trying to avoid as
Oh
much
yeah,
as
I
we
understand. I
can.
understand. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. How are you
yeah,
bringing
so
data
we
from
want to
BW to HANA? Okay. Tell me that. Okay.
BW to HANA. We are building. We are using in the ADS tables for the calculation view sources.
Hmm. Hmm. And
Okay, and also ECC tables. There are some areas like expenses and such we are doing this kind of work, but however, they want to have a real-time data. They want to match the ECC, every moment they run. These are some reporting requirements as well, like through the BABJ, and so it's why we are combining both. But for the files, we don't. Anything that goes as an interface, we don't want to take the data from BW. So basically what I'm saying is the extractor, for example, so the 11, 12, 13 extractor, we want to rebuild in HANA and match the data with BW. So at one point when we go live, we'll knock out they will remove the DW path, and it will be live with HANA.
so what I understand, this is
That's
not the case, and you would like to use extractors in ECC and load into HANA, enterprise HANA.
Yes, but so here's the thing, tricky part. This is not on S4 HANA or
Yeah. Yeah.
BW for HANA yet.
Okay.
Okay, so the BW is BW on HANA 7.5.
Mhm.
The HANA is HANA 1, is P11, I think. But now the situation is they want to mimic some extractors they want to mimic. Some are, it's okay to build from the BW, but I think we are not there yet. Those
Yeah.
options are
So
only available in
now,
BW
if
for
you
HANA
want,
test.
say for example, I have the extractor 2 LIS and 11 VAHDA. Okay.
Hmm.
You're already using this extractor to load into BW, right? If this is a ODP extractor,
Yes.
yeah, I can use the same
No.
extractor. I can use the same
Hmm.
extractor with DXC, and load the data into HANA, Enterprise HANA also.
Say that again. This extractor can DXC. What is that?
There is a concept called direct extraction. You can leverage
Okay.
the extractors and extract the data from ECC and load into HANA.
The BW extractors can be extracted directly into HANA.
Exactly, from ECC to HANA.
This is before BW for HANA, or the S4 HANA piece.
No,
The two LIS
we have it
11
before
VA.
and after also.
Hmm.
I can. There is a video I already played. If you want, you can see that how that is done. What you do is we take the in the ECC. I take the embedded BW. Okay, and there is a concept called DXC, which can be leveraged to extract data from these extractors of ECC and load into enterprise HANA without BW, without dedicated BW.
Hmm. Does it have to have, right now we have the SLT for HANA from ECC. However, this DXC
SLT
is,
cannot
does it
extract data
need
from
any
ECC.
specific?
SLT cannot extract data from extractors, right? It can only extract from tables.
From tables, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this DXC, where do I get the information from? Could you just direct me to that video?
I already have a video because that was the old concept. No, I'm not touching. This concept is explicitly used as a data
And is
processing
this
techniques.
successfully implemented
Yeah,
in any places?
yeah. This is a technique used to extract data. Suppose if you don't want to leverage BW, and this is one of the technique leveraged
Hmm.
for extracting data from ECC to HANA, Enterprise HANA from the extractors. If you want to really leverage the extractors, this is the mechanism. In the additional videos, I have placed one video. If you want, you can just look at that, how that is done.
Sure.
In the additional videos. If you go to preview, I think it's section 5. See, there is something called direct extraction. You could see this, see my screen?
Yeah, now I see the
Yeah.
embedded analytics. Is this additional view video
Additional
one,
videos.
is it?
Yeah, additional videos. Yeah. And someone messaged me yesterday that they are not able to see these procedures. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't. I was the one who
Okay.
texted you.
Okay, I think now you
So
should see it.
basically,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the issue was I thought you were giving this as part of this class video that
No.
is being recorded.
Because if you go to the courses,
Okay,
you'll see two
so
courses. One is July and one is additional videos. Okay.
okay, yeah, my case is slightly different. I think I take the June. I
Okay.
have June videos, not
June
July.
and but you'll have additional videos also, right?
Yeah, that has. So the additional set is same for
Same.
everything, is it?
Additional set is same for everything. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And this will work even if we move to S4 HANA, the solution you're saying
Yeah.
direct
Yeah.
method.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Pradap, Vijay here.
Tell me, Vijay.
So I was going through one of the books, and in that they mentioned something like referential join in analytic view behave like inward join. Basically, when we have another view, analytical view below the calculation view.
That is old concepts. Now there is no concept of analytical view at all. Okay.
Correct,
It is
understood.
only
But if we
calculation.
have,
No.
yeah,
Nothing
I
like that.
just want to
Only
map the same
only
thing.
one point is if you are reading data from both the tables, then join is executed. That join will be inner join. If the query you are reading from only single table, then obviously it does not perform any join. Now what you are saying is you are using analytical view into calculation view. It means every time the calculation is run, is it going to read all the columns from the view?
No.
No. You are using analytical view into calculation view, right?
Yeah.
So analytical view is a source. I'm going to read all the columns. The projection is from all the columns from the analytical view. You will take analytical view.
Yes. Yes.
Then when I have projection of all the columns, obviously I'm reading columns from all the tables. Then obviously the join should be played, right? Hello? Obviously, the join should be
Yeah,
clear,
yeah,
right?
Pratap, I understood your point.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. So my point is, suppose if I have a calculation view
Mhm.
with inner join,
Hmm.
and I'm leveraging the same calculation view
Hmm.
in another another place, another calculation view
Hmm.
with referential join with another table.
Hmm.
Will it act as a referential join or inner join?
See, so there are two joins to be applied here to get your results. First, it will be referential join. Then next, it will be inner join.
Okay, both are separately
Separately for.
acted.
Yeah, when you write your select
Okay.
statement, how it will be? First, join table 1 to table 2, then inner join to table 3, right? You write like that? It's same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Some closing.